It's Wednesday morning. It's about 7 something. I've got an appointment at 8 o'clock at the eye doctor's office, and I'm on my way there, and I thought I'd do a traveling video for you this morning. People seem to like that, showing where I live and what the roads are like around here, and it's a mess. So I'm going to do this video. More new construction here. I don't know what it is. Man, they're building up around here like crazy. And we're coming up on the main street of the smallest town around. It's Smithfield. The main street is 1 block long. It starts here, it ends 1 block away, and looks like we've got a train. So we're going to sit here for a while. These are those $3,000 a month apartments here. I couldn't afford to live in one of them. And this area to the right here used to be an airport. I used to fly down here, and it's less than a mile from my daughter's house, and come in and land here, and it was right close to her house. Here's more apartments here. Now this is the school, the Birdville School. It's the Birdville School, even though there's no longer a town called Birdville. It was swept up in interstate that came through. But the school district is still named Birdville. We try to avoid driving at all during the heavy traffic periods, but my appointment was at 8:10 this morning. And it's 7:50 now, so we're going to be just right on time. Even though there's a delay for the train. Well, we made it here to the eye doctor's office without a wreck of any kind. I showed Tina the intersection where my daughter was going through and got hit, and took her car out, and we pulled up here under the cover. Sure is nice if it's raining. First thing I'll have to do is, yep, there they are at the door checking.
Yep. I like the way that they check them.
We'll turn right at the next intersection down there.
Okay.
Well, that didn't take long, and they did some extra tests, and my eye looks good. They can't do anything with my left one, but it's it's as good as it's going to get, and it's as bad as it's going to get. And into the driveway right here. Okay. We're going to get Rosa's breakfast this morning. I gave Frida a choice of Rosa's bowl or Brahms, and she took Rosa's bowl. She really likes those. See, Raising Cane's over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the company that owns the Chinese place, Panda.
Oh, really?
And here's the breakfast menu and the ultimate bowl. Ultimate bowls.
Okay. Yes, I'd like to get 3 ultimate bowls.
Okay, you want them spicy or regular?
Regular.
Okay, one more dog.
That'll be it.
Yes, ma'am. $12.96.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No line right now or anything. Working fine. Be sure and ask for picante sauce and pico de gallo.
I gotta make sure first if she did 3, because
Yeah.
the total's $4.96. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's for one. No, that I don't know.
I don't know.
I
if
think
she's
it's
got
$13.97.
That's what I'm betting.
I can't remember. Whatever. Let me get you a 20 here. Well, $12.96 for breakfast for 3. That's not bad. Lowe's Indoor Lumberyard. You can go there and cut your own wood and everything else. They have a big saw there, and I don't know if they'll let everybody do it or what, but I've done it a time or two. I'd say just go straight ahead here.
Okay.
What time is it? 9:06. Well, the big crowd is crush is over. The second crush will start in about 30 minutes. Cook's Children's Hospital here. It's a busy place. When my grandson graduated from X-ray school, that was the first place he worked. And he's moved up to do CTs and MRIs and I don't know what all. With this virus zone, he's working a lot of double shifts. And he said they have a few rooms there where they can go take a shower and there's a bed there. He said he just gets off work, takes a shower, eats a little snack, goes to bed and wakes up, has breakfast, and goes back to work. The pay's good, but it's going to burn him out. And then he'll be sick and can't work. Left at the next intersection. This garage down here was taken over on the TV by the Garage Rehab, and he redid that, and they changed the world there. The guy had been there, had been an auto mechanic for 40 years, 50 years, and he retired and sold it, and the new owners, they are really good. Their prices are reasonable. If you can call auto repair prices reasonable. But and we live right here where that black car came out, and they will pick up and deliver our cars here. And there it goes.
Must have been too far away from it. I like it so I get to stay in my car.
You're probably one of the few non-residents who has a key fob to get in and out.
Yeah, you gave it to me since you're not driving anymore.
Yeah, I don't have a car anymore, so I gave the my key fob for the gate to her, to Tina. It's also the access to the buildings after 7 o'clock at night. All the buildings lock up, and you have to have a key fob or you can use a combination to get in, but the key fob will open the doors. At 10 miles an hour speed limit's a good idea because there's all these people that live here. Dog walking is in this area over here, and they have to walk across the parking lot with their dogs, and old people with the dog with a leash and running through your legs, that's all we need around here to fall down. And we're back home. There's a parking place here where the sprinkler goes. When it goes, nobody will park in it right here. It's a covered spot, and Tina knows about it, and perfect place in the hot summertime to get out of the hot sun. So we're now back at our house, and we're going to go have breakfast. Well, here we are. Open this up. There we go. Ooh, that looks good. Nothing like Mexican food for breakfast. I don't know what all's in these ultimate bowls, but it is good. Good as usual. Frida, what do you think of yours?
Oh, I always like these.
Tina, how's yours?
This is great. I like this. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast now, so God bless America, God bless Texas. And I think I'll tell you a little story here. In my reading about radios, early radios and things like that, I found this book that told how to build a spark gap or damp wave transmitter. And it did so by a vibrator creating a spark, and the Ford Model T spark coil was the ideal one for it. And you hook it to a battery and it would create a spark. And in the old movies, you remember that they had the two balls and the sparks going back and forth between them. That's the way it worked. So I built two of those transmitters, and unfortunately they transmitted on all frequencies, but it didn't make any difference. And I took one, my cousin took the other, and we would transmit them back and forth in Morse code between each other, messages, and you can imagine the messages of a 13-year-old. But after school was out, we'd run home, and then we'd get on the radio, and we'd have coded messages going back and forth. You could hear that hash or that thrashing static sound on any radio in town, and of course we didn't know that. But anyway, when we'd get home from school, he had one up in his bedroom, and I had one in this little shop, I call it, a little shack back behind the house. And we would practice Morse code, and we would send each other back and forth messages. This is in 43, I guess, 42. The war had just been going on a short length of time. And while we'd be transmitting back and forth to each other, if we heard an airplane fly over, we'd quit, run outside to look up at it. But at any rate, we were having a lot of fun with this, not realizing what we were really doing. Then one day we were using our radios and sending messages back and forth that you can imagine what a couple 13-year-old boys would converse about in code. And comes the door open, and there's two guys in suits with my dad. And the first question, what the hell are you doing? Well, I tried to explain it to them, and they looked at it, and one of them said, "I can't believe it works." And it finally turned out what it was, that our radio transmissions were also going to the Air Force base over at Amarillo, and the tower over there, they were picking all that up and everything, and they got hold of the FBI, thought it was spies or something, and they would get their homing device out. First they tried it with airplanes, and they'd home in on the signal, and when they got to the vicinity of Stinnett, the signal would quit, so they knew that that's where it was coming from. So they sent a car with a direction finding equipment on it out there, and these two guys heard it on the air, traced it down, found my house, and found me and my cousin. Well, they looked at our transmitters, and they finally took them away from us and made us promise to never, ever, 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 ever build one again, and or else we was going to wind up in federal prison the rest of our lives. And so that was the end of our ham radio career. So that's my story for today. Hope you enjoyed it. You folks have a great day. Bye.